Welcome back to ScaryTale. Tonight's story begins with something completely ordinary, renting a car. But the ordinary ends the moment the ignition turns. This is, I rented a car that was never returned. It started with a late night flight and a dead phone. My ride fell through, so I booked a last-minute rental from an unmanned kiosk. Only one car was available. A black 2010 sedan that looked off. Dull paint. Slight dent on the trunk. But I was tired and just needed to get home. The moment I started the engine, the radio blared. Not music, but a voice whispering something. It cut out before I could catch the words. I brushed it off. Probably just a bad signal. As I drove, the GPS wouldn't work. The touchscreen kept blinking, resetting itself. I used road signs instead. After about 10 miles, I noticed something odd in the rearview mirror. A shadow in the back seat. I turned around. Empty. My heart was racing. I laughed it off. Long flight, bad sleep. But then the air turned cold, colder than it should have been in late summer. My breath fogged the windshield. I reached for the AC. It wasn't on. That's when the smell hit me. Damp earth, like freshly turned soil. It filled the cabin. I rolled down the window, gagging, but the smell didn't go away. It got stronger. I turned the radio off, but it turned itself back on. Same voice. A woman's. Whispering again. This time I caught part of it. Please, they buried me. I pulled over. Got out. Walked around the car with shaking hands. The trunk was scratched, like someone had kicked it from the inside. I hesitated, then popped it open. Empty, but the smell. Stronger. Unbearable. I called the rental company, gave them the plate. The rep paused, then said, there was no record of that vehicle in their system. It must be an old inventory car, she said. Let me escalate this. She put me on hold. The line went dead. That's when I noticed the car was no longer on the roadside. It was parked behind me. I hadn't heard it move. I ran. I didn't stop until I reached a gas station. I begged the clerk to call the police. When they showed up, I described everything. They searched, no sign of the car, but that night, I got a text from an unknown number. We still need a driver. I never replied, but every night, for weeks, I'd hear tires on gravel outside my apartment. I'd check the window, nothing there. Then I started seeing it. That black sedan, parked down the street, always facing my building. Then came the messages. Scratched into my front door. Return the car. On my bathroom mirror in steam. One last ride. I installed cameras. One night they caught footage, but only static for 5 hours straight. Then, a single frame of a woman's face, pressed against the lens. I took it to the police. They brushed it off. Told me to get sleep. You're stressed, one officer said. Maybe take a break from horror podcasts. The next morning, there was a copy of the photo on my pillow. I moved across the city. New apartment, new job. I didn't tell anyone where. My phone had no contacts, and I bought a new one entirely. But the car still found me. This time, it was parked in my underground garage. I didn't even have a parking pass. I filed a complaint with the building. No one had any record of it. It wasn't registered to any resident. And then I saw her, the woman from the photo, standing just beyond the driver's window, staring straight at me. She didn't blink, didn't move. I turned away to call someone. Anyone, and when I looked back, she was gone. But the driver's door was ajar. I haven't driven since. I take ride shares or walk. But sometimes, while waiting for an Uber, The black sedan will pull up first, engine running, door unlocked. One night, a friend offered me a ride home. As we turned onto my street, the headlights went out. The car stalled. My friend cursed and tried restarting it. Then he went pale. What the hell is that smell? I already knew. Before I could answer, the radio flicked on. It wasn't even his car. The woman's voice came through, clearer than ever. Driver confirmed. That was 2 nights ago. My friend's been missing since. Yesterday, a letter arrived. No return address. Inside, a second key. Same model, same year. My name was printed on the tag. I haven't opened my front door since, but I hear it idling outside. Tonight, the engine is louder, and the back seat isn't empty anymore. Some cars take you home. Others take you where you were never meant to return from. Thanks for riding with ScaryTale. If you've ever driven something that didn't feel like it belonged on the road, tell us in the comments.